Stop eating ho-hos and bonbons, right? Like, you got to do the work. We got a good one, folks. We talking to a cat that wants to go fly in the Air Force. Young man got to lose 100 G. Hey, follow me over on Twitter, man. Go check out the masterclass. We rolling. We got cats graduating from Hell Week. We got cats in the final phases of Buzz, and we got a couple cats in SQT getting after it. Got a couple cats getting ready to assess in the Army OCS. Folks, channel is growing, man. We looking at doing a couple different things, going a couple different directions with it. But as always, enjoy this badass video talking about going to fly in the military. All right, brother, what do you got, man?
Basically, 100 pounds overweight. I don't really care about branch, but preference is the Air Force to fly.
Okay. What's your athletic background?
I did football in high school and Olympic weightlifting through junior, senior year, and then a little bit of beginning of college.
Okay, and what's your GPA?
It's 3.0 right now.
Are you a minority?
Puerto Rican, yeah.
Okay, here's what I'm gonna tell you, brother. You're gonna have a hard time going to fly in the Air Force with a 3.0.
Okay.
I'm not saying you can't. I'm just saying it's gonna be hard. What was your SAT score?
I never took it.
What was your ACT?
Never took that either.
Okay, how good are you at taking tests?
Average, I'd say.
Okay, so I'm just gonna tell you this. Like, I probably wouldn't be worried about the Air Force because they got some criteria. How many flight hours do you have?
10 right now.
Okay, so they got 60-hour max in the Air Force. Just be aware, Navy, like the Navy will take you, okay, but the Air Force is really hard to go fly in. Like, I got a couple superstars that are having problems getting Air Force contracts. They're both minorities, okay? As far as the weight goes, I'm just going to tell you this, like, you got to stop eating ho-hos and bonbons, right? Like, you got to do the work. If you don't do the work and lose the fucking weight, you know, then ain't nothing that nobody can do for you. You're trying to go fly, so you don't need to be in fucking world-class condition, but you're 5'5"?
Yes, sir.
So then you got to weigh like 140. What's the weight limit at 5'5"?
165.
Okay, so you got to lose 100 pounds.
Yep.
Did you look at Whole30?
Yeah, I have a little bit of a shopping list already written down.
Okay, so I'm just going to tell you, Whole30 is magic. I lost 70 pounds in 2 months on Whole30, and I didn't work out at all. Okay? You're a big dude. I tell all the big dudes the same thing. Do all the walking and swimming you can do. Okay? Can you swim real well?
Yeah.
Okay. You know you have to pass a mile test in a flight suit, right?
I didn't know that, but
yeah, you got to swim a mile in a flight suit.
Okay.
It gets a lot of people. So I would start swimming. You got swimming pool. You can swim. Keep getting your flight hours, right? Like, I want all my guys to go to flight school, try to get a minimum of 25 hours. And then, I mean, you're doing what you need to do. Your GPA sucks, but you should be all right with a 3.0. What's your major?
Liberal arts.
Okay, so then that's kind of a negative, but you just got to do well on the entrance exam. Have you been studying for the test?
I was going to start studying for the AFOQT. I don't know what the Navy's is. I know they're different per branch.
Yeah, they're a little bit different. Well, the AFOQT has a Navy portion on it. So the aviation part is what the Navy uses for the ASVAB, the aviation battery test. But for some reason, the Air Force is being real sticky on letting people in.
Yeah, I'm part of a group on Reddit, and it's pretty rough, man. It's like 7% selection rate right now. Last I checked.
You talking about for aviation?
Yeah.
It's stupid. Like, that's why they don't have any minorities. So they don't want to fix their own problems, then go over to the Navy, because the Navy, I have never had a person not get accepted to the Navy aviation program.
I thought the Air Force would be like more like accepting, I guess, because, you know.
No, not at all. The Air Force wants, the Air Force got the best planes. So everybody wants to go fly in the Air Force because they don't have a large helicopter fleet, right? They got a lot of fixed wing. So everybody can make the transition from fixed wing to the airlines a lot easier than they can rotary wing. So, all right, brother, look, you got to lose 100 pounds, okay? I'm just going to tell you the brass tacks. I don't fuck with people until they get to where they should be, and then we could talk. But you're doing everything you need to do. I would tell you keep flying, right? I know it's expensive. keep getting them hours up, and then you got to lose 100 pounds. It shouldn't take you 4 years to lose 100 pounds. How old are you?
24.
Okay, so 24. So you got to get going because you got to be in by 27. So get on Whole30, no sugar, no corn, no flour, right? And then no dairy. And like I ate a lot of chicken and cabbage, man. I ate a shit ton of chicken and cabbage and it worked like a dream. But you got to just walk. I mean, the exercise part ain't as big as the foods part. I would start walking and swimming and then it'll come off.
Gotcha. Yeah, I already go to the gym like 5-6 days a week, but nothing hardcore, just basic weight training.
You can do that, right? I mean, it's all food based. That's what I learned. I went to Cleveland Clinic. I lost 70 pounds. It's all food based, right? 90% of the food we consume on a daily basis is not good for our bodies. Okay. What are the questions you got?
I still have a whole year of school left. And I know pretty much for all the services, you got to get letters, build up leadership experience. What are some things you think I could do in the meantime that would make a competitive packet?
Get straight A's the last 2 semesters.
Okay.
Like legitimately, straight up, right?
Yeah, it's liberal arts degree just because I could transfer in the most credits that way. And business just wasn't doing it for me. And the classes, man, I'm gonna be real honest with you, they're easy for me.
If they're easy, why do you have a 3.0?
Previous classes when I wasn't doing liberal arts.
Okay, so get A's. Here's the thing, like you get A's the last 2 semesters and you say, hey man, I wanted to go fly, I brought my grades up. They're real big on the sciences. So I'm not saying go take a chemistry or a physics, but like maybe an aerodynamics class. I mean, you should have most of the flying shit down at this point, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I had a young man get on this channel and was talking to me. He couldn't figure out how the stick worked or the yoke, right? And I'm just like, are you stupid? Like, I don't know what you want me to tell you, but like, it's pretty simple function. You know, my biggest problem is getting the rudder to go the right direction. But now I figured it out. Whichever way you push is whichever way it goes, you know?
It's weird because you're used to driving with pedals and now you got to go left or right.
Yeah. Like I got a flight simulator right here. We've been flying in my house. But yeah, man, you got a lot of work to do. Shoot me a text message and just check in with me. Letters of recommendation. You have any military people that are around you that are flying with you?
There might be one guy at the CFI at my school.
Okay, I'll go talk to him and see what he's doing, right? I tell everybody the best thing we got going up in Maryland is there's a F-15 flight instructor up there. And so all my kids from the academy, they go see him for the first 25 hours. And he treats everything like your flights in the military. So when they get to flight school or powered flight in the summer, they kill it. So the more closer you can get to what they're going to teach you, and everybody's the same. It doesn't matter if you're Air Force, Navy, everybody goes through the same flight training in America. I would tell you right now, you got a year left. You need to go see the recruiters here in about 3 months. You'll get done maybe May of next year.
Yeah.
So then August of this year, you got to go and see the recruiters.
Okay.
So I would tell you, you better be close to 170 when you go see the recruiters. So you got a lot of weight to lose in like 5 months, which can be done. It's not a big deal. You're 24, it shouldn't be that big a deal. Stop eating fucking fried plantains and everything else. Yeah, as long as you fry them in olive oil, you can still eat them and shit, right? But like the flour, the corn, the wheat, and the sugar and dairy are the like 4 biggest things you can't eat. You can't eat them at all. It's a long process. I tell everybody aviation is not something that happens fast. It's long.
2 years, I think.
From right now, it's going to take you 3-4 years. Like I got kids in flight school from 3 years ago. So a lot of people think you're just going to join. You're going to go fly, you'll be in, I'm like, nah, don't work that way, brother.
I know it takes a while.
But it's worth it.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
As you get closer, I'll get you on the phone with Jay. He's Puerto Rican. So he's flying for the airlines right now. He flies 777s out of LAX to Japan. So once you get to the point where I think it's beneficial for you to actually talk to another dude that's like you, then we'll make it happen.